guys, this is Emmy from underdogchance.com and welcome back to my MLB betting mall projections for Sunday, June 4th. I will share my picks, predictions for all today's MLB games. And yesterday I went 2-1 plus 0.77 units of profit. And this season I am sitting at 140 wins, 103 losses, plus 35.29 units of profit, with yield or ROI plus 10.45%, which is great, I think. And before we go to today's projections and today's picks, I have a couple of them. I would like to ask you if you can like the video, share with your friends if you think they will get some value, and if you made some good bets because of my videos, that would mean a lot to me. If you can share it with your friends or on Twitter or like it, okay? As I said, today we have a couple of qualified bets, but I want to point one big problem among sports bettors. It is also one lesson, and I think that it can help some of you as well, okay? So usually we have two types of bettors, okay? There are bettors who wants to bet, and there are bettors who wants to become bettors, okay? If you want to become a long-term winner in sports betting, I think you should focus on becoming a bettor, okay? Imagine, this is something I already talked about this, but this is so important because I see impatient bettors who just want to bet, okay? They don't try to become bettors, they just want to bet, okay? I see this with some of my students who jump on my betting course and they don't watch the course, they just want to bet. Because, for example, today is NBA, and of course, people want to bet because this is exciting. But at some point of your life, you must decide what you want from sports betting. Do you want to bet because this is exciting? Do you want to make money? Or do you want to have a journey where you will be able to make profit year after year and start building wealth and improving your life? Okay? And this is not going to happen if you will jump on every single game despite you don't have enough knowledge. So sometimes it is better to take a step back, start going from zero and start building fundamentals that will help you to make profit in the long run. Okay? And I see this pattern all the time. Okay? Most people in the world, they just want to bet. They are not willing to learn numbers. They are not doing the work. They are not willing to do analysis. They are not willing to go deeper, okay? And they will not benefit from sports betting, no matter if I give them the best picks, no matter if I give them spreadsheets, because being a successful bettor and making money in the long run, and I believe this is the goal of every one of us, is to become a person that can make a profit, okay? And I want to show you the traits, characteristics, and personalities from those people who wants to bet, okay? They are usually impulsive, okay? Impatient. They usually neglect analysis. They have poor risk management, bias, cannot handle losses, because maybe you don't know, but I also went, 110. I lost 10 games in a row this season, right? And of course, this is something you need to handle. I didn't blink with my eye. I also don't blink with my eye when I am winning, okay? So it is all straight line when it comes to emotions, okay? Those people also does not learn, okay? They're inflexible, indecisiveness, emotional instability, lack of self-awareness, does not keep records, laziness. Laziness is also correlated with motivation, okay? A lot of people don't want to bet. A lot of people don't like betting. Most people just want two things, sports and money. But sports and money, this is not betting. Betting is a skill, okay, which is a combination of more things, and one of those things is love for the numbers, love for analyzing games, okay, love for the market, love for the challenges, okay. This is betting. Money, everyone loves money, okay. If you ask 8 billion people right now in the world, Tell me who will say I don't love money. So we all love money, okay? And half of the world loves sport. So most people love sports, most people love money, and they are not successful bettors. Okay, so betting is something else, and this is something we need to understand. Okay, irresponsibility and overconfidence. This is also one big thing, and those are the traits and characteristics from people who just want to bet. They're impatient. They just want to bet right now. Okay, they are always they have fear of missing out. Okay, because they think that there will be no games tomorrow. People, games will be tomorrow as well. There will be more seasons in next years. Okay, the games are not going anywhere. Sports are not going anywhere. Even more opportunities will be in the future. Esports is coming, not coming. It is already there. In USA, sports books are becoming legal. There will be more and more opportunities. Now is the right time to learn and be patient. Okay, and not only as a big picture, but also patient with your bets. Okay, sometimes when I am late, I simply don't bet that day. Okay, so I know that tomorrow is always a new day. Okay, so somebody will tell me, okay, I'm 60 years old, uh, and I need to win everything right now. Well, if you didn't win in 60 years, so why do you think that you will win in next month? Okay, we cannot skip the process. Okay, you need to love the process. Okay, you need to love the process, and this is no matter what you do. So if you open a restaurant, if you start a business, you need to love the process. Okay, so you don't focus on the final result. Of course you can set the goals, but then you need to go into the flow of the process and implement into your life. Okay, how you want to live from now on. Okay, and people who just want to bet, they don't want to go through that process. Okay, I recommended many books to followers in my emails to my students to read about finances, about personal development, about spirituality, and a lot of people don't read them. I don't tell you what you should do or what you should read, but those things will help you on your betting journey. Because if someone bets and if someone has good picks, let's say picks and predictions, but on the other side, he doesn't have any financial education, he doesn't know how money works, he doesn't know how investment works, he doesn't know how risk works, he doesn't know what is the difference between liabilities and assets. And he will make all kinds of mistakes, and at the end he will be broke again. So becoming a sports betting is much more complex than just some sports picks and wanting to bet. Because as I said, 8 billion people love money, and let's say that half of them love sports, but that doesn't make them successful in sports betting. Okay, and then we have people who want to become bettors. Okay, they are usually disciplined, they have patience, so they just don't want to jump on today's games. Okay, they are patient, they will analyze, they will search, they will wait, and then they will start betting. Okay, they're analytical, risk management, knowledgeable, objective, resilience, continuous learner. This is very important. This is very important. You must always learn, because sports betting, and not only sports betting, anything in every single area in our life is always a relative competition. Okay, because when I was young, when I was, I don't know, 15, 16 years old, nobody almost nobody was going to fitness in my age. We were playing soccer and so on. But when you look now at those young guys, 15, 16 years old, they're all muscular guys. They're all going to fitness. They all read books. So competition became much harder. The same is in sports betting. The same is in business. 100 years, if you had a restaurant, or if you had, I don't know, one small business, you could succeed, because there were, I don't know, three restaurants in a city. Right now, if you want to have a good restaurant, there is a huge competition. They have good service, they have good food, you need to have good drinks, you need to have good prices. The same is with businesses, right? Because I don't know, million of businesses every single day, and you need to become better every single day. Younger people are coming, they're smarter, better, And if you are not continuous learner, uh, then sports betting might not be for you, right? Some people like to play sports. Some people like to read books. Some people, we're all different, but this is one trait that we need to have. So if you want to play basketball, if you want to play American football, you need to be athlete. Okay, if you will eat junk food, if you will drink, you will not play, right? So all different businesses, all different hobbies, all different things we do in life require some characteristics and traits, and we need to understand them. Okay, uh, adaptive, decisive, emotional stability, self-awareness, transparency, diligence, and responsibility. So those are all traits and characteristics from people who want to become betters and will likely to succeed in the long run. Okay, in sports betting. Okay, uh, and but here's a good thing. Okay, because we are not all in this category. We're also not all here. Okay, so what is important for each person, and this is why I always say that learning betting skill and being self-aware is so important, because we are all different. Okay, so one better is, for example, he's lazy, but he's also adaptive. He's irresponsible, but he's analytical. He's patient and objective. So, what is uh, your task is that you learn yourself. Okay, you need to understand who you are, and you need to understand your weaknesses and strengths. Okay, so if your weakness is laziness, you need to be aware of this. Okay, pay attention to this and try to improve it. If you're irresponsible, you need to understand this, be self-aware, and try to improve this. Okay, but those are the traits of a successful bettor, and you can check it. Okay, I'm disciplined, check. Okay, I'm not patient. Okay, Mark. Analytical, I'm analytical, check. Risk management, check. Knowledgeable, check. Objective, check. For example, emotional stability, I'm not emotional stable. So how to become emotional stable? Okay, then start meditating. So some other persons will be, okay, I'm very emotional stable, I'm patient, but I'm not analytical, I don't have any knowledge. Then you need to learn this knowledge, right? So you need to check what are your traits and then improve them. Okay, so you need to have some level of these traits so you can become successful better. So the second better, he's adaptive, decisive, emotional stability, but does not learn. So he doesn't want to learn. So if you have all the traits, so if you're patient, if you're objective, if you're self-aware, but you don't want to learn betting, you don't want to learn numbers, maybe sports betting is not for you. Okay, because even if you have all the traits of successful better from psychological thing and characteristics, but you don't want to learn numbers, it is high probability that you simply don't like it. And I don't see a point doing something that you don't love, especially because we are just we're on this world, we have so little time. We're like travelers. Okay, we jump on this world, we have so little time. And why would you do something that you don't love? Okay, why would anyone do something that, because there's so many opportunities, you can do whatever you want in your life. We can sell ice cream, we can be pro athletes, we can do math things, numbers, we can bet, we can trade, we can write books, we can do different things. Why would you do something that you don't want to improve and learn, right? So if you don't want to learn, if this is a pain, when you see those spreadsheets, when you see those numbers, when you see all this theory about betting, and if this is pain for you, then sports betting is not for you. Okay, so I wouldn't waste energy for this, because world is so beautiful, there's so many opportunities. And sometimes you can have everything, but you simply don't want to learn. Okay, the third better is intelligent, but he has low self-confidence. This is also very common. Okay, because I see so many smart people, especially on Reddit, also on YouTube or somewhere. they are intelligent. They ask intelligent questions. They're willing to work. They know everything about the numbers, but they have self low confidence when they need to put pull the trigger when it comes to bets. They are in fear and they miss opportunities, right? So what they should do, they need to start building confidence. They need to start doing the things, because you can improve self-confidence, right? So all those things can be improved. Every single area in our life can be improved. And what is important, we need to understand who we are, what are our weaknesses and strengths, and we need to improve those weaknesses that are crucial and important for becoming a successful sports bettor. Okay, and this is a process. Okay, so someone will ask me how much time I need to learn sports betting. It depends. Okay, it depends. If you don't love numbers, if you don't love this, right, you will need more time. It is possible to learn. So it is the same if you ask me, for example, if I'm a big guy, I drink alcohol, I'm not athlete, I am living unhealthy, and if I ask you how much time I need to play in NFL, I don't know, 10 years, because first you need to change the mindset, first you need discipline, first you need to build the body conditions, you need to become athlete, and those are the first steps, and then we can start talking about football strategy, about the plays. Some other person who is already athlete in his free time, and he has great body, he's fast, he's strong, of course, maybe 1 month and he will start playing. So we are all different, and your job is to know yourself. Okay, so we're all different. Some people will need, I don't know, half year. Some people will be great after 1 week, right? So when I was younger, I was training MMA, right? Martial arts. And I was never the biggest guy, right? I was also not the strongest guy, but I was training for 1 year and I was still not there. And then one guy came, one young guy. He was robust, he was strong, and he was training for 1 month, and he went to some amateur competition, and I couldn't reach that in 1 year because he was simply strong. His body was strong. And to be, I don't know, MMA fighter, you need to be an athlete first. Okay, you need to be athlete first. You need to build fundamentals. If you're a fighter, boxer, you need to have body, right? You need to stand there, because if you have technique, and if you don't have, if you are not physically strong, and if you don't have uh, stamina, you will lose no matter of your technique, right? So my first thing should be to build my body first, and then I can go fight, right? So those are the things we need to understand. This is not a rocket science, okay? And everyone can learn this, but you need to check what are your characteristics and traits, okay? Because as I said, and this is something I have another video, which is whole video to this. So successful sports betting usually goes in 4 stages. Okay, first is a childhood. Okay, this is where you need to learn everything about sports betting, every theory, everything. Okay, and in this stage you don't bet. For me it is completely crazy when I see people who bet for 10 years and they simply don't know what is the difference between decimal fraction and American odds, okay? And they don't know how to turn them. So what did you do for 10 years and you don't know what is the closing line value, what is regression analysis, what are the odds? This is completely crazy. It is like, I don't know, it is like in fighting, right? And you don't know the rules. And of course, you lost every single fight. You're damaged, right? Of course. So why you didn't take the time to learn and build strong fundamentals? So in the childhood, I would recommend stop betting and invest all the energy, time, and money into your knowledge. Okay. Adolescence, this is where you start building your own betting method and a system, because you cannot guess. picks. Okay, you need to have your own betting method, whatever this is. Start building your betting method, start betting small money, and at the start try to make it break even. Okay, and learn about your way. Okay, in this stage is also important that you don't pick a sport. Research markets and sport must pick you, because the common mistake sports bettors make is they send me the email, well, I wager on NFL. I wager on NFL. So how did you decide to wager on NFL? You don't have any success in NFL. Why you wager on NFL? Because you love NFL. So at some point you need to decide what you want from sports betting. Do you want money, or do you want to bet something that you love? Right? Sports betting can be exciting. Of course, watching games, great. Sitting at home, watching game, watching your favorite players, watching your favorite sport. But this is fun. This is like partying. This is like taking drugs. This is like drinking alcohol. This is just fun. But when it comes to betting and making money, you need to understand betting, research markets, and find the one that will bring you money. And sometimes this is tennis, sometimes this is esports, and sometimes you will find out that your favorite sport, which is NFL or NBA, is not profitable for you. So at that point, if you know the difference between the market and the sport, you will decide, okay, I will not bet NFL and NBA because there's no money. I will simply bet on esports. I'm not saying that NFL cannot be profitable or NBA. I'm just saying that we need to understand this difference. What is a sport and what is a market? Okay, you need to understand what you're doing. Are you doing this for fun, or are you doing this with intention? Okay, this is very important. And this is something we need to figure out in the second stage. Adulthood is where you start making money, where you actually have the knowledge, you actually have sports betting models or methods or systems, where you know you have the edge against the market. You have self-confidence in yourself, in your abilities, in your knowledge. You know what are the odds. You know more about sports betting than an average people who bet, and you know them. And you know more than they. You know more than them about odds, about models, about analysis, about everything. You are simply better, because the goal is to become better than the rest, because you're not betting against bookmakers only, but also against other bettors. And this is adulthood. This is where you start making money, okay? And maturity is when you start using sports betting to improve your life. So you start taking profits, okay? You start building wealth. You start reinvesting your profits in less riskier assets. Because if you look at wealthiest people in the world, they are not betting on sports. Okay? Because we have different speculative businesses or investments. People with no money or small money, they bet. We are all bet because we're not that rich. We bet. And we play the game where the risk is bigger. Okay, the risk of losing is bigger, because in sports betting the risk is big, right? Compared to bonds or stocks are also pretty risky. Okay, crypto is even more risky. But we play this game because we want to risk a little bit more and make more money in less time, but also risk is bigger. But Warren Buffett or Mark Cuban, they will not bet on sports. Okay, they have bonds, they have businesses, and they're playing basically the game where they just want to fight inflation. Okay, this is something they just want to have a little bit more than inflation. So they're not even playing a game of building. Of course, they are building a wealth, but they play the games where the risk is smaller. And your goal in maturity stage is that you start becoming that investor. So you start taking profits from high risk game and move them to lower risk assets, so less riskier. Okay, so stocks are less riskier. Okay, because you buy stocks, you buy part of the company, you get dividends, and you start building wealth. Okay, also bonds, businesses, knowledge, so on. Okay, because this will bring you more stable success and money in the long run. Because I don't want to bet when I will be 70 years old, I will probably not bet on sports anymore. Okay, it is stressful, and until then I want to build my whole life so it is it is completely peaceful, normal. Okay, I don't know if I will succeed. Maybe I will start losing from now on. This is also possible. I can lose every single game from now on. I don't know, right? But maturity is when you start building and improving your life with the help of sports betting. So you stop watching the games, you start meditating, you start seeing a bigger picture, you start spreading these profits. Some profit goes to your knowledge, some profit goes to building your business, passive incomes, stocks, even cryptocurrencies, bonds, real estate. So you start moving profits. And because you don't want to rely only on one income stream, which is sports betting, because sports betting is high risk investment. Okay, if you decide to play this game, you need to understand that this is high risk investment. Okay, so those are the stages. Of course, some people are 18 years old or 20 years old, and they figure this out when they were very young. I didn't figure out this when I was very young, and they are in maturity when they are 30 years old. Some people will start in childhood when they are 50, 60. I don't know, but you cannot skip the process. But if you know this process, so you go from childhood to adolescence, adulthood, and maturity, you can still make and build your life with sports betting help. Okay, if you can do this step by step. Okay, but most people simply just want to bet. Okay, because as I said, becoming a bettor is usually uh, here. Okay, so you have your own personality. Okay, you need to learn some skills, and of course you also need to be lucky. Okay, and here is betting success. Okay, personality is something you need to figure out. Okay, because we're all different. Your personality, maybe you're lazy, maybe you're emotional, maybe you're, I don't know, you need to figure it out. Okay, and then improve those weaknesses. Skills can be taught. Okay, so you can learn the skills simply. Read books, take courses. You need skills. Without skills there's no chance of winning on sports betting. And of course luck. First luck is what I mean by luck. In sports betting and also in life, you can do everything perfectly, but you still need some luck. Okay, I can beat every single closing line. I can make the best analysis, and from today's day, I can lose every single day, every single bet. It is completely possible. Um, Once I asked a question. So we have two teams. Okay, let's say that we have a huge underdog and huge favorite. Let's say that this is NBA All Star team, and they are playing against, I don't know, Slovenia. Okay, my country. Okay, and let's say that they're both playing a game which is very important for their lives. Let's say that they are playing for their parents. Okay, if you know, it is very important game for both. So USA against Slovenia. Okay, and the odds are, let's say, minus not minus, I don't know, minus 10,000, or let's say minus 900 on USA. Okay, minus 900. Okay, and let's say that they already played 10 games and USA lost 10 games. So do you think that the chances will increase in the next game? No, the chances are the same. Can USA lose every single game if they play against Slovenia? Yes. Even if they have 99% of chance, they can lose every single game, even if we simulate this game unlimited times, because that 1% can still be possible. Okay, because every single game is unique event and independent event, and luck is always part of the game. And what I mean by luck, this is second part about the luck. uh, we all need some luck to succeed in our life. I even think that luck is even more important at some point than hard work, because if you live in Afghanistan and if you want to be a ski jumper, you will never be a ski jumper because you were not lucky, right? uh, the same is with sports betting. Okay, if you don't, I don't know, if you have situation in your life where you cannot sit down and analyze games, or maybe you have some maybe you're how to say, maybe you're sick or something like that, you can you cannot improve your characteristics in a way or at that level that you will become a successful. Okay, so the same is with let's say that I want to play in NFL. No, I will give you a better example. Let's say that I want to play in NBA, and I'm short guy, very short guy. Okay, and I can have great personality for NBA. I can learn all the skills about basketball, but I was born short, so I simply didn't have luck. Okay, so this is something we need to understand, and it is, and this is very important. What I will say, it is your responsibility to figure out if sports betting is for you or not. It is not my responsibility. Okay, I simply teach betting. I'm not, so I, let's say that I teach playing a guitar. Okay, and then someone will come to me. Okay, I want to learn playing a guitar, and then I will show him playing a guitar, and he doesn't want to play guitar, and he wants that I play a guitar for him. I cannot teach that guy playing a guitar. Okay, it is the same with this. So it is your responsibility if you love to play guitar or if you love to bet or not. There are tools, there are theory, there are skills, methods, betting models that can make you a successful bettor, but it is your responsibility to figure it out if betting is for you or not. Okay, and sometimes people ask me where I live in Malaysia. I received one email from Malaysia. This is one country in Asia, right? And he told me that uh, he has access to some very bad bookmakers with margins really, really big. And I simply told him I wouldn't even bet because you have no chance beating, I don't know, 20% margin. So weak, right? Or juice, if you like. So it is like minus, I don't know, minus 130 versus minus 130 for even game. You cannot, you will not have this edge. Okay, so do something else. I don't know, do something else. Okay, you're not lucky. Simply as that. Okay, um, this is how it is, and this is something we need to understand. I also want to be, I don't know, ice hockey player, but I was not born in Russia or Canada, or even in my country. I was not part in that. I was not born in capital city. We didn't have ice hockey in my town, for example. This is just example. I was simply not lucky. Then I was when I came to capital city. If I would start, I don't know, you cannot start playing a hockey when you're 30 and becoming professional, right? This is not going to happen. So this is something we need to all understand. Okay, and I think this will save you a lot of time and nerves and energy and everything else. Of course, most people will not listen this, but one lesson nobody wants to listen is build your life skills and knowledge first. After that, start betting. Okay, because most people, they just want to bet, but they forget everything else that will support them uh, in their betting journey. Okay, so always build your life skills knowledge first, and start building betting around life, not vice versa. Okay, um, I think this is I think this is the most important advice I gave you today. So we don't need to go to picks, okay? No, I'm joking. Let's go to today's picks. St. Louis, Pittsburgh. Mikolas against Garrett Hill, right-handed pitcher against lefty. Uh, I give 61.95% to Cardinals. Based on my projections and current market odds, there is no value in full game, but I found a value in first 5 innings on St. Louis. Okay, I have St. Louis first 5 inning at 2 units. Okay, today I have couple of bets, and I usually don't like when there is a lot of bets, qualified bets, but this is how it is. Okay, and my first 5 innings are doing even better. 21, close to 22 ROI this season on first 5 innings. Of course, this means nothing because this can change, right? Tampa Bay Rays, Boston, Bradley against Tanner Houck, two right-handed pitchers. I didn't find a value in first 5 innings, despite there is small value with Tampa Bay Rays, but I found a value in first 5 innings, and I'm taking Tampa Bay Rays I need to first five at 1.75 unit. Okay. Philadelphia, Washington, Ranger Suarez against Trevor Williams. I have this game as an even game. It was also interesting to me, but the numbers are there. I have this as a much closer game than bookmakers. Bookmakers have plus 139 on Washington. I found a value with Washington, so you can take Washington money line. But as I said a couple of times, I like to take safer version. So I'm taking Washington run line plus 1.5 at 1.25 units. Okay. Milwaukee, Cincinnati, I passed this game. Toronto, Mets, Kikuchi, Senga. I give Mets a little bit better chance to win this game, but also bookmakers think the same. Oakland, Miami, Blackburn against Alcantara. This is not qualified when it comes to money line, but I found a value with Oakland in first five innings, and I'm taking Oakland first five innings plus 0.5, which means that they can lead after five innings, or it can be a tie and it is a winning bet at 1.5 unit. Then, as you see, I also have Chicago White Sox and Chicago White Sox first five inning. They are playing against Minnesota. No, not Minnesota. Detroit. Matthew Boyd against Kopech, left-handed pitcher against right-handed pitcher, and my projected odds show that White Sox should be minus 204, bookmakers minus 167. So I'm taking White Sox 1 unit money line and 1 unit first five innings. Okay, then I have a couple of other games where I didn't find qualified bet. So Cleveland, Minnesota, those are my probabilities. Bookmakers numbers very similar. Colorado, Kansas City Royals, Freeland Singer, lefty against righty, not qualified. Angels against Houston. I give Houston Astros 56.53% of chance to win this game, not qualified again. Then Seattle, Texas, Miller, Eovaldi, okay, two right-handed pitchers. Minus 135 is my projected line. Bookmakers minus 147. Orioles, Giants, Tyler Wells, Desclafani, right-handed pitchers, no value. Atlanta, Arizona, I will skip this game. I don't know who is pitching, but I'm skipping this game. Chicago Cubs, San Diego Padres. I have Chicago Cubs today. Bookmakers have this close to even game. I have Chicago Cubs at minus 131. So my betting model gives Chicago Cubs better chance to win this game. Okay, so there is plus EV with Chicago Cubs, and I'm also taking first five inning. With first five inning, it is even greater value, and I have 2 units Chicago Cubs first five inning and 1.25 in money line full game. Okay, and the last game I skip because there's a league average pitcher. Okay, so those are all my qualified bets, and I hope we can continue with small winning streak. Okay, and that's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and I wish you success.